Well, hard to tell just based on the images, and then even when we have them in the wet lab, because usually if it's a new species, it has to be compared to a lot of different other similar ones. Sometimes you need a microscope to look at different parts of it.
Sometimes genetic
analysis.
Yeah, so we'll consult experts and
Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not as easy as just saying.
There's a brand new species.
Yeah, done.
Yeah.
So there's a process to it.
Yep.
Otherwise, we'd have many versions of the same species.
Yep.
Yeah, and just because you find it here doesn't mean you get to name it.
And actually, the squid was not a new species. It was the first time that was captured in video.
Yes.
Yeah. Because apparently we have seen some parts of it, but not the whole animal. So that was pretty cool.
Do you want to move your heading over to 330? So I have better.
What's he gone to now?
330.
Alright.
Thanks.
Yeah, we still have like an hour and a half of diving, more or less. Going up.
I wouldn't mind doing another transect whenever you guys at the front find a good.
I don't know. It's a little steep through here.
A little steep right now.
Okay.
But
just let me know when it seems doable.
Is it? I don't know. Does it look like it's gonna level out at all? Yeah, doesn't look. It's gonna change too much.
So Georgia, one of our viewers is asking if there shouldn't be more coral here.
It wouldn't be expected just looking at how loose all of this substrate is. So a lot of coral and sponges need to have something stable in order to settle on.
Like this one here. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so there's a little bit, but and that's why they're always on these bigger rocks. So a lot of this is really loose, so that's going to move around, and so it's not ideal habitat. There's definitely less here than we've seen in other sites, but you know, it's a very different location. As we're getting shallower, we're definitely seeing more fish. Actually, there's something. Oh no, that was a rock. Never mind. Yeah, so there's really no right or wrong answer, but the habitat here doesn't.
It's not the ideal, right?
Yeah.
What is the red thing in the corner?
It's an
right?
urchin.
Yeah. Oh, urchin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've seen a few of those now. There's definitely a lot of crustaceans in this area.
Yeah, and little fish.
Yeah, crustaceans, small fish. That big shark.
Do we have an ID for those little fish that we get to see all over?
They might be. Some of them might be the one that came up with Hercules the other day. For the others, I think they're too far away and too dark to be able to identify.
And they're quite skittish too. When we zoom in, they disappear off screen really quickly. So it's a little challenging. That's the hard side of fish because they move, whereas everything else will stay still. Yeah.
So that was a Clodophthalmus fish. Yeah, about the Amelia Earhart's plane, we have some information on our website on our next expedition. That's National Geographic is gonna be leading the communication, so we won't be streaming that one.
Okay.
Georgia, do you know if there has been any attempt
sure,
to keep deep sea sponges alive for captive study?
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I feel like, I mean, sponges, it's difficult because, again, they rely on that water movement to feed and filter through. And obviously you're taking something from such a deep location and bringing, it up into a tank. So it certainly wouldn't be an easy task. It'd be very interesting. And there may well have been some of these studies that have been done, but not that I'm aware of. I'm not sure if Becca knows of any, but I can see some challenges in that.
For sure.
This is such a different habitat. We're at 400 meters and, sponges are down to, we found them at, 2,500. So if you're suddenly taking it up to a tank and altering all the water movements and everything, so there'd definitely be challenges with that.
Yeah.
But it would be interesting. See what happens. It'd certainly be easier, I think, than coral to bring up. It's definitely getting much steeper now, so we're sort of making our way up to the pinnacle. Lots of little fish darting around. Yeah, see how loose all of this is?
Yeah, it would be really hard for sponges or corals to settle and be happy.
Oxygen is going pretty low.
Oh, yeah?
It's at 122.
Oh yeah, that's dropped a lot.
Did you notice when? Oh, since when?
4 minutes ago.
Wow.
The temperature's increasing.
So I know there's oxygen minimum zones in the ocean. Is that?
Yeah.
There's, is that line?
That's what I'm trying
Oh,
to.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it a fishing
Alright.
line?
Yeah, fishing line. Arg.
It's
Look
long.
out to that side.
So wait, this way?
When you're heading, no, look that
Other
way.
way?
Just want to see. Okay. Alright, stay up well clear of it.
Yep.
So, do we have any microbial sampling recently?
I don't see where it goes to. It could be in that bunch of rocks.
No,
Yeah.
sadly.
It's
There's
always
still time,
so hard
Becca.
to see it.
There's still time.
I don't think we've seen any bacterial mats so far. I think we were hoping to with Bailulu, but then
Yeah.
that one got
There's still
rain checked.
time.
Of course, there might be microbes living inside these other organisms, but we haven't specifically targeted any samples for microbes.
Sea star.
So small.
So small.
Yeah.
This
Take
is
your
steep.
bubble cam.
Yep.
Hey
Yeah,
Mike, if you want for your readings, I don't know if it helps, but you can punch up Bub over here and it'll show up on that whole monitor on the left. Sorry.
Do fish ever get shredded by the thrusters? Oh my god.
No, never. Never happened.
Nope.
Never happened. We deny everything. Yeah, we don't, there's no guards on the, wait, are there no guards on the
There's
thrusters?
a guard on the one
ro-
by the starboard bio box.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty coarse grid,
Yeah.
the guard is. We have to let water flow through there.
This is very different now.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
lost our rock and now we've got like a clay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious about the line. Some of our viewers.
Some,
The fishing line.
Yeah, the fishing line.
it's not unusual to see, it's just
No.
an entanglement hazard for the ROV.
Yep.
You're not really going to get entangled by fishing line, but it'll foul a thruster.
Not worth the risk.
Unless somebody around here is fishing with 5,000 pound test line.
So have you guys noticed any changes possibly due to climate change or human behavior in the past few years? Well, in this specific area it's kind of difficult to say because this is the first time that someone is diving in the sites, right? So we don't have any baseline to compare to. We're trying to build that baseline. I don't know in other sites. What do you think, Ed? You've been here longer. Do you think you get to notice changes?
Man. I'm gonna just stick to my position as a video engineer and not Yeah. Don't know.
Okay.
That would relate to temperature measurements,
Yeah.
etc. I just don't know.
Yeah, we'll be diving for an hour and a little less than an hour and a half more.
Yep.
And yeah, our eyes feel kind of weird after staring at these monitors for so long. Yeah.
A lot of us also watch it downstairs when we're not on watch too.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of screen
That's
time.
correct.
But
It's hard on the eyes over here at video because we are constantly adjusting iris and focus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So about 6 hours is as long as you can do it a stretch.
yeah.
I've done 8,
That's
but
a
it's
lot.
really hard.
Yeah, that's hard on your eyes. So cutting the fishing line, is that a possibility?
If we got entangled, yes. Last resort. Best plan is to avoid it.
That was well spotted, Ed.
Yeah.
That's
Eagle eyes on the video.
line in the water is the first thing on the list of what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But it's hard because sometimes you'll see an organism like a Medusa worm or something that's
Right.
stretched out,
Right.
or a siphonophore in the water column looks like line. So you
yeah.
have to just pause a second, not sound the alarm until you see that it's not moving.
Yeah.
Derelict nets.
Oh look, finally there's something.
One little coral.
Little one.
Where do I have? Wow.
Are there any volcanoes near this island?
Well, I mean, it used to be a
Yeah.
volcano. Tutuila is a volcanic island. I mean, we're on the Samoan hotspot. The nearest active seamount is Wailulu. So,
Hey Miles, how far apart are those contour lines?
Yeah, 10 meters.
Yikes. Steep. A lot of steep.
Yeah.
Oxygen's at 106.
That dropped even further.
You're pretty far out ahead and over to
Yeah.
the side now.
guess what, Becca?
Well, are we
It's nearly
still
breakfast.
going
Oh my gosh.
330?
Yeah, so you start strafing back the other way a bit.
Georgia,
Yeah.
don't even mention that
Maybe
word.
Yep. Yep.
It's very confusing for the body though when you wake up at 3:30.
It's even more confusing because everything we do is in UTC, so it's 1811 right now.
Fish.
Fishes.
Yeah, look at that.
3 little guy, 4 little guys, 5 little guys, 2
Drop
medium
down.
guys.
Yep.
Oh. Oh, look at that.
I have no idea what that is.
that
What is
trash?
that? It looks like,
Anthropogenic?
yes.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a,
Zoom?
Like a metallic thing? Is that metal?
Yeah. Do you guys want to take a
Yes,
quick look at
please.
that?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Coming in.
piece of pipe or something, maybe.
Yeah.
So I have some line on it.
Does it?
Oh,
It's not centering well.
Oop.
That might be an organism. Oh, there's line.
I don't think
Just
it
a
goes
circle.
anywhere
No, yeah.
looks like a
Fishing
little bit
rod
of
handle?
pipe. Yeah,
out.
rod or something.
Yeah, where will be diving next, Georgia? Like very close by, right?
That's a good
far
question. We have a few plans, but everything is dependent on
The weather.
the weather. So we're looking at the swell and the wind. So we seem to have a few good days ahead. So we'll plan those accordingly. So we might stay in this area. So we tend to make that sort of decision. So we'll probably have a look at it later on today. So the ASB will be operating during the daytime today. And then we sit down with the navigators and other scientists, and we make a plan for the next dive. So we look at the most up-to-date weather, and we have to look ahead, 12 hours if we're doing a 12-hour dive. So we will make that decision today.
Yeah, looks like the lunar surface except for the fish. Yeah. Yeah.
Something right there. No, disregard.
How does oxygen levels drop as you go toward shallower waters? Well, that's a good question. Do you know why that happens, Becca?
Nope.
Yeah, me neither.
It's biogeochemistry question.
Yeah. There
Yeah,
are
I mean,
some spaces in the ocean that are shallower and they are anoxic or very low in oxygen. And I don't know how they move.
There's a few crinoids here. Are they the same ones?
They're different, I think.
Oh yeah.
They've been coming up.
Oh, okay.
And we have someone from American Samoa just signing in.
Yay.
Yay, welcome.
Well, that is because it's
Ah, right.
7:15 American Samoa
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
So
people are waking up.
people are getting up, ready for the Tuesday. Is it Tuesday today?
It's always Tuesday. It's actual Tuesday, though. I think you're right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we're exploring the National Marine Sanctuary of American Samoa, very close to Tutuila Island, which is the biggest island.
It is the main island in American Samoa. So that's also where I live.
Yay!
And what a beautiful place it is, too.
Yeah,
Man.
totally. What's your favorite thing about living here, Georgia?
I think it's that I live right on the beach, so I can
Miles, is the ship
swim.
moving in right now?
Yeah.
Swim every
Okay.
day, and yeah, I always have to pinch myself. And
Oh, for sure.
What's your job?
my job is I am a coral reef ecologist for the territorial government. So I work for the Coral Reef Advisory Group, and we are housed at the Department of Marine and Wildlife Resources. So I work mainly in the shallow reefs. So this is really interesting for me because, you know, we dive all the shallow reefs to 30 meters, and now I know what's at them at, you know, 1,000 meters. So.
And
Yeah.
did you relocate for that position?
I did, yes. So I've been here just over a year.
Nice.
And yeah, so I was very keen to come back to the South Pacific, and yeah, it's great. I have a really fun team. Samoans are great. They know how to have a good time.
Yeah, they're great people.
Yeah. And everything's so bright and colorful, so
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
Especially vegetation is so green. Reminded me of Ecuador.
Is it fishy?
Fish.
They're great.
Yeah, a lot of variety of plant too, and trees.
Yeah, and if you like hiking and all the outdoor stuff, it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. Hello.
It's an Argus as well. Oh, maybe not anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that? That was super fast.
Permission to
comes
buzz
it's an
the
Argus.
tower.
Oh yeah.
Might be.
See it in Argus right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of the other dives the other day said this happened to them. There's a fish that kept swimming around Argus and Hercules.
Yeah, I got it noted in the log. We'll have to, you know. Yeah, that's right.
Fish to our left.
Oh yeah, there it is. Well spotted. Did you see that Argus cam first?
Yeah.
Yeah, scombrid of some kind.
It's
Pretty
114.
far out ahead there.
Yeah.
Yep, about 8 minutes ago it was at 104. It's actually
Are they holes or
Urchins?
urchins?
Urchins.
Oh,
Oh, there's so many.
wow.
Sorry, my mic wasn't
Oh,
on.
little.
I think so.
It looks like
yeah,
it, yeah.
Can we take a zoom?
I'm getting a little closer and then we can.
Thanks, Wendy. Can you count all of those, Becca?
Go ahead and zoom in.
I'll screen grab and count later. How about that?
Yep.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, it's making a move.
Yeah, there you go.
Gosh, there's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Let me open another tab. You'll think I'm kidding, but
All right, you want to come wide?
You got it.
Oh, I have a... I think I found it. Pedino Day? Oh, you have a different one open. Ah, wait, hold
I
on.
want to see what yours is.
Yeah, I'll see. It's this image.
Oh, I think Becca's found it.
It's a little fish.
That looks.
Fish again, yes.
It's a lot of urchins here.
Padina Day. Padina Day. Yeah, that. I think that's it. Oh my goodness, look how many there
Wow.
are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lots and lots of them.
Wow.
What are they eating?
I was just thinking that. I mean,
Is it some white stuff in the depressions?
That's a lot.
I don't know if it's sediment or...
there must be something for them to be this many of them.
Yep, for sure. And speaking of ocean depletion, it can be due to bacterial blooms that consume oxygen as they break down dead materials.
What was the question?
About the reduction in oxygen. It could be due to several reasons, but one of them could be the
In the
bacterial
little
blooms.
pits.
Well, I know that does happen in...
Also in tropical waters and close
Yes,
to the
where the...
equator.
Yeah, I don't think there's any
Oh,
algae blooms
those.
down this deep that would...
Bacterial blooms, not algae blooms.
Yeah, so the algae blooms and then the bacteria feed on it.
There's actually not a lot of information about that.
Yeah, not
those
really.
urchins.
You want to
Oh.
zoom in still? Okay. Yeah.
But it seems to be how they are, with just this huge density of them. So there must be some niche that they
Yeah.
found to feed on. I don't know.
Okay, you want to zoom in there, video?
Yeah, on that weird patch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holding.
Can you go in tighter?
Yep.
Ed?
Coming in.
Let's see if I can get it a little.
Is that you drifting off? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, a little bit. Alright, come wide.
Quiet eye. Boy.
Now one of our viewers saw us sailing out of Pango Pango at sunset last night. That's cool.
That's interesting.
How far can those urchins move in a day? That's a good question.
I'm not sure they move in a straight line, so.
Yeah, they can definitely, they can move, but
Can move, but
I mean, we just
not
quickly
much.
looked and there's not much information out there, not many publications. So.
And how different are these deeper sea urchins from the kind you may see in a tide pool?
They're fairly
idea.
similar, yeah. I mean, the structure and their sort of anatomy would be very similar.
Yeah, for sure.
What they're feeding on would probably be different. They could, I mean, there's not much known about them.
What about pressure? Do you know how they handle pressure?
That's a great question, and I'm not sure. I mean that.
They don't have any air bladders or
No.
swim bladders, but
No, but
no internal spaces, really.
yeah.
So they might be able to handle it. I know they
Yeah.
did some studies on crustaceans that lived at different depths, and kind of like the ones that lived at the very deep couldn't tolerate the pressures found near the surface, but like the middle ones could tolerate both higher and lower pressure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they can be adapted to different zones of the ocean, but I think that's definitely an area of study is how they do that and how they compensate.
Yeah, it's pretty phenomenal when you think about it.
But you saw there was just that
Incredible.
narrow band where they
This
just
way?
were very
Yeah.
numerous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like if you drive to the Grand Canyon, there's little areas where you'll go up 15 feet in elevation, and then all of a sudden the species of cactus completely change. And then you drop down another 20 feet and they stop. They're just really specific about where they want to be
Yep.
and where they do well.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what.
$18.30.
And yes, due to ocean currents, the water is moving all over the world in different belts. So bringing cold waters to hot places and vice versa, and bringing nutrients from the bottom.
There's a fish.
Also, yeah, there's a
There's
fish there.
several, I think. Maybe it's just one.
We got two.
Is there two? There's one kind of in that depression. Camera shy.
This looks super steep. Are we like
It does
going
look super
uphill?
steep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
we're
pretty steep.
in the twos.
In August, Cam looks like a wall.
Yeah, I think it took us about half an hour to go 100 meters vertically.
Lots of coral on that wall.
Yeah, and then there's those few urchins.
Yeah, this is like a hillside. We're coming up very slowly.
How does something like this form?
This is
This being.
this being this hill.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, when you look at the images, it's all this It's a really long ridge, and then we're heading up towards this pinnacle.
But all of this was a result of the activity of that hotspot, right? I would say.
Yeah, a long, long time ago.
Yeah. And probably millions of years ago, this was on the surface. I am not quite sure how the lake moves.
Look how much coral there is. Is there any chance to get a zoom so we can...
Yeah.
Thank you.
We can go ahead in.
Yeah.
Coming in. Holding. What's partial? Coming a little bit further.
Yep, go ahead.
Doesn't look super healthy. But
Ed, can you go all the way in?
That's full zoom.
No, but it's
Oh,
just
that's full
starting,
zoom.
isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, we can.
You want me to come out while you move in?
Yeah, that'd be good.
So Georgia, you said it doesn't look
well,
super
I mean, it's hard to
healthy?
tell from this distance, but it looks like each colony has some
Alright, go
something
ahead.
dead. You know, part of it's dead. So, but there's a lot of it here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there used to be a lot of it here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You can come
Coming
wide.
out.
Yeah.
And there's so much.
It's so much of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't that funny? We went from absolutely nothing and now we've got this.
Exactly.
Just almost blink.
Yeah, this is great.
No.
Pushing in past Mongo.
Yep.
So,
What is that?
The stick-like thing.
Yeah.
The dark one?
Yeah. Is that a stick?
Can take a quick zoom. Go ahead.
The one on the right or dead
I
ahead?
think the one on the...
That one's fine. Either one. I think they're the same.
It looks like a stick.
Looks like a stick.
Stick like stick.
Thank you.
Yep.
Sticky mixed stick face.
Whoa.
Wow.
How steep this is.
Come in. There we go.
It's a really cool view in the Argus cam.
Oh yeah. For our audience, if you check channel 2, you'll see Hercules going up this wall covered by little corals.
Yeah, I start seeing so much change so rapidly.
Yeah. How old do you think this corals can be?
that line?
Line,
Oh,
line.
line,
Stay
line.
well
Yeah.
above that. Just
Yeah.
keep going.
Oh no.
How old? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, how old? those corals might be.
There's daddy coral.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't want to give a year estimate, but they're all from the same. They're all the same sort of size, so.
What is that?
Maybe another stick, maybe.
Yeah, it's like a shelf here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a
Wow.
change for you.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, look on the right there.
Yeah.
That's cool. If I was a shark, that's where I'd sleep. Right there.
It's a pretty good spot.
It would be great, yeah. Do we know what the angle or grade is for the hill?
That's a nav question.
What's the question?
What's
out
the
further.
angle or the grade of the
tiny
hill?
bit.
Fishes back swimming around.
See the speed of the boat?
I saw that too.
The grade of the hill.
Oh,
Slope.
Steep.
vertical.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty vertical.
It rises 100 meters every 100 meters, or every 0 meters. Yeah, perspective.
Is that more line?
I was thinking
I
that
think
is
that's
that.
a line in the rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might.
Yeah, it looks like a break in the rock.
Yeah, that's a crack.
Oh, there's
Oh,
a fish. He's back.
Somebody else dive bombing us.
And more of those little corals.
Yeah. Should be where all the exciting bits are, eh?
We have a comment of one of our viewers saying that maybe things sliding down could be smoothing the hill. That's
Yeah, we definitely hit a patch and it looked like there'd been some sort of slide. Not that recently, but at some point. Yeah, I mean this is vertical, so that would definitely have an impact on these corals. Of crinoids.
Something over there.
Yeah. big ledge.
Oh, look at all this fish.
Where?
There.
I can't see.
You can't see?
Yeah,
There.
yeah. Okay, cool.
See? I wasn't making it up.
I don't know. I'm just kind of poking around because I was waiting for the ship. But I was gonna.
So we're going to keep heading up? Is that the plan?
I believe so.
Okay.
We're gonna park in this garage here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Could you reverse in?
Yeah, I don't know if I can get too much further over where we are now, so.
Hello, Dan. Nice to having with you with us.
Is that Dan?
I don't know. It's a Dan.
Adan.
Oh.
Adan.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, Dan? Not a merman Dan?
No. Or maybe. Do we know if the lights and sound of the ROV affect the presence or lack of sighting of mobile organisms? Well, for sure it might affect some, because we know the Hercules is a little loud.
Yeah, you gotta get situated.
Drop down and sniff around in there.
Yeah. Oh.
Alright, you got bubble care.
Yeah. Alright.
Keep us on our toes. So we are at 231 meters. We started at 1,000.
Yeah. We have come a long way since 9 p.m. So it's 23 hours ago? No. Sorry, no. Oh my God, my math.
That's
Holy.
pretty bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. 11 hours? Oh, this is Dan from Israel that tunes in every evening after work.
Hi, Dan.
Hi, Dan. So nice to have you with us.
Yeah. Collapsed a little bit.
Yeah. Huh.
You going up slope again?
So looks like we might almost be about at the end of it, but it's hard to really say.
I think there's some more. Is that lines? Line
Where?
right above the laser. Or is that a coral?
It
Is
might be, yeah.
I think that's line.
Good.
Oh yeah, it is.
Good
Yeah.
eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, get out of there. Come back over here.
Yep. I'm coming.
Hey, you wanna line up on 345 and we'll continue that way.
Yep.
Take the bubble cam for a minute.
Oh, there's some. Is that line or is that?
I think that's a crack in the
Okay.
rocks.
Yeah.
All I see now is line.
No, you're right. Call it out.
It's, yeah, better to say something
Yeah.
than nothing.
See something, say something.
That's right.
Yeah, rock sliding would clean any coral, maybe, yeah. Any recent earthquakes in this area?
Yeah. So we're in a fairly active area, so we're near the Tongan Trench. There was actually an earthquake here in April, late April. I think that was the last one that was directly here that was felt. But a lot of us have an app on our phones that will give us a warning if there are any earthquakes within a reasonable distance to us, because we also track tsunami information.
Yeah.
Would Herc feel an earthquake where it is now?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Is that more line
That
there?
looks
I
like
think
it
it
might
might
be
be.
line.
I'm not sure, Mary,
Yeah.
but I'm very happy you're back.
This way.
I guess.
It might cause sway for
Yeah.
Argus,
Which
which would in turn cause some sway for Herc,
Right,
maybe.
right.
yeah.
But I wonder whether we'd be able to distinguish between down here, whether that was, yeah, earthquake or...
Are those all sea
Yeah.
cucumbers? Or is that?
Yes.
Yeah.
A little fish. So what do we mean by line? We are keeping an eye for fishing lines, 'cause that would cause some
Entanglement.
problems. Yeah.
What is the purple stuff?
The little purple guys.
Yeah.
Sea pigs.
We can try to get over and look at one.
Oh.
I'm gonna go in there on that one.
This
Is that also coral out
pink
there?
coral now?
Aha.
It's shimmery.
Are we sampling this?
Yeah, I
or
can't.
not
That's
really?
as close as I can focus it.
Yeah.
Yes. Shimmery water and you're stretched
Yeah.
out.